Hi guys, Lookfog here and welcome to another FIFA 20 Team of the Week predictions video. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at the best performances of players that I am predicting to get an inform for Team of the Week 2, which is due to be released at 6 PM on Wednesday, which is also going to be very exciting to see what kind of new informs we're going to get and stuff like that. There's been some insane performances this week. The Chelsea-Liverpool game has just finished, so I'm going to be able to do like all these videos now, going through Friday's games first, then Saturday's games, and then Sunday's games. So we're going to start off with the Friday games first. I'm going to take a look at the Premier League. It was between Southampton and Bournemouth. Bournemouth getting their first ever away win against Southampton in the Premier League, which is a fantastic result for them. And I have gone with the inform Ake. He did get the opening goal in that game, and although Bournemouth didn't keep a clean sheet, the fact that it was their first away win against Southampton in the Premier League is already a great result, and the fact that their only goal that was conceded was from a stupid penalty, which Ake didn't commit the foul from. It was the other defender, I think it was Cook, that gave away the other foul. So I think based on that overall, you know, Southampton had quite a few chances as well, and the fact that Bournemouth were able to go away and win 3-1 with Ake also playing a part in getting one of those goals, I think he kind of deserves an inform. He had an inform last year as well, or maybe back in FIFA 18, and it was a really, really good cheap inform to go for. I think this card would be pretty expensive though if he was to get one. You know, he'd go from like from an 80 rated gold card, probably up to around about an 82 or 83 rated inform. And you know, his defensive stats would be really good. Even his pace would be good as well. It'd just be a really, really awesome, well-rounded defensive card. You know, link him up with like a Van Dijk or something like that. He could be very, very effective, and would probably be maybe as much as maybe 50,000 coins. Who knows at like this at the stage of FIFA. But that's going to be the first prediction. The second player that we're going to have a look from Friday's games is going to be HARIT. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He did actually get a goal and an assist in a win on the Friday for Schalke. I believe it was a 2-1 home win. Now, his usual position in FIFA 20 is as a cam, as a 76 goal cam, but he played in the left mid position for that game, so he'll obviously, or should do, if he does get the inform, get a position move from cam to left mid. They're going with some decent, stat increases, like getting his shooting up quite a bit, obviously, with that goal, increasing passing, physical, dribbling. It look a pretty decent inform, pretty awesome for pace and dribbling. Maybe his shooting might be increased even higher than that. He does have 60 shooting on his base card, so maybe they might put it up to like 70 or something, who knows. But yeah, he got a nice little increase to his card. I would expect he'll be at least an 80 rated inform, but yeah, maybe could go to an 81 or something like that. EA kind of tend to like fluctuate between like, the ratings they give to those like informs and stuff like that. But the final player that we're going to look from Friday's games is going to be ROBLES of Real Betis. They were involved in a 0-0 away draw to Osasuna, I think it was. And Osasuna had plenty of chances in that game, but ROBLES ended up getting him on the match, made quite a lot of saves. And as a result of that, obviously, Real Betis not had a great start to the season, but to get a clean sheet result away from home is obviously a decent result for them. So, Joe Robles, obviously the ex-Everton goalkeeper for me, and I think maybe even ex-Sunderland as well. But yeah, putting a decent performance, so a few stat increases for him there. He does have a 78 rated base card, so he'll either go to an 81 or an 82. I'll put him to an 82 because I believe Abraham was a 77 or a 76, and he went to an 81. So the fact that Joe Robles was a 78, I'll put up to an 82, but I don't know. He'll be either an 81 or 82 if he does get an inform. But yeah, they're all Friday's games. Let's move on into the games from Saturday. Okay guys, so moving along into Saturday's games, and we do start with the Premier League, and it's going to be the first inform, Chris Wood of Burnley. They were able to beat Norwich 2-0, Wood scoring both of those goals. Mainly at the start of the season, Ashley Barnes has been like Burnley's main kind of big striker and stuff like that, and Jay Rodriguez, I think, had a bit of a part to play in like attack and wise for Burnley and stuff, but it was Chris Wood who is the main man that did the business for Burnley on that game against Norwich, and yeah, I think they'll get like a decent upgrade. He's got a 77 rated card at the moment, so he'll go against like an 81 rated inform. Maybe an 82 at a push, but it's likely probably an 81 or around that rating. I don't think he'd be that usable. I mean, his physical and shooting could be pretty decent, but apart from that, I think the likes of his pace, dribbling, and passing would just be too low. But that's going to be the first inform in Chris Wood. The next one is going to be Bernardo Silva, who scored his first ever career hat-trick on the weekend against Watford in an 8-0 win, which is absolutely insane. Now, I'm kind of happy because I do have Bernardo Silva in my fantasy Premier League team, so it was great that he got a hat-trick. Obviously got a bunch of points for that, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, again, he played at a left-wing position. He has got a right-wing card available in FIFA 20 at an 87 rated, but he played as a left-winger in this game in replace of Raheem Sterling, who was benched. So he'll get a left-wing inform. He will get the inform, there's no question about it, for the first hat-trick of his career and stuff like that. He got to an 88 rated. His pace will be pretty decent. Also, his shooting will definitely be increased quite a bit, obviously, with that hat-trick. Dribbling will be insane, but will probably only be increased by 1. Physical passing will will also be increased pretty nicely as well, and I think that's going to probably be the main kind of inform that people want to kind of pack from this team in the week. There wasn't a lot of many great performances from the big boy players this week. I'm still waiting for Real Madrid to finish and stuff like that, but this video will go up before that game finishes because otherwise the video will be just way too late in the night. But yeah, Bernardo Silva is that. The next inform is going to be Johan Court of the French League. I can't even pronounce the team that he plays for because it's a very weird name with numbers and stuff like that in their club name, but he was able to get 2 assists in an away draw on the weekend in the French League. There wasn't too many great performances in the league, and once again, similar to last week, I don't think too many French players or French League players actually got into that team of the week either, but apart from like Sakashani and stuff, but he was one of the better performances on the weekend. Again, this wouldn't be a great card. He does actually have a silver card available in FIFA at the moment and does currently play at a left mid position, but in this particular game played as a right winger, and obviously for the 2 assists in the draw, you could even argue that he might not get in there, but to make the 23-man squad, he was just like the only other player that I could really find to kind of make them up. So he's definitely not a guarantee. That's one of them, totally honest, and I think that's kind of good because he probably wouldn't even be a great card, even despite me giving them like 6 extra pace, a few extra shooting and passing stats as well. I don't think he'd be that good. But the next player I think would definitely be a bit of an interesting pick. We are back in the Premier League. It's going to be Dean Henderson of Sheffield United. He was able to keep a clean sheet in a 2-0 away win for Sheffield, which I was very surprised that Sheffield were able to go to Goodison Park and get the 3 points, but they definitely were able to do so, which means it could be a bit of a difficult game for Liverpool next week when they go away to Bramble Lane to play Sheffield. But they've started the league pretty well this season, and he's definitely one of the better players for them. He's had a few good performances. I think this might be his 2nd clean sheet already this season, so looks to be a very good, exciting goalkeeper. Did well in that game, for the amount of money that Everton has spent, and he's been able to keep a clean sheet, keeping like some Moise Keane, Richarlison, players like that at bay. I thought it was very, very interesting, so very, very good performance from Dean Henderson, so I think he definitely would deserve an inform off the back of that. Next, we move to the Bundesliga with inform Felipe Coutinho. Now, you could argue that Joshua Kimmich could also get an inform because he got 2 assists in this game, and obviously they were able to keep a clean sheet, but I don't think they were playing the most difficultest of oppositions. I can't remember who they were playing. They were at home against I genuinely can't remember. Maybe it was Werder Bremen or something like that. I'm not too sure. But anyway, he got a goal and an assist in that 4-0 home win. Again, he has a left wing card available in FIFA 20, but he did play this game as a cam, tucked in just behind Lewandowski. I think he'd be great to use as a cam. I don't like Coutinho out wide in FIFA. I think he's a very not usable card because of his lack in pace and physical and stuff like that. But I think as a cam, he'd be a really, really well sought after inform from the Bundesliga to go for. And I think he's definitely got a good chance of getting it. It will be either him or Kimmich that gets the inform. There will be a Bayern Munich player in this team of the week. I've got absolutely all confidence in that. It won't be Lewandowski because obviously he's got his player of the month and stuff despite him scoring in that game. But yeah, kind of new signing to the club on loan, did well, got 2 goal contributions in 4 of the games. I think he deserves an inform from that performance. The next player is going to be Ramon Aziz of Granada. They got probably the most surprising results in the whole of European football on the weekend, certainly from the major leagues anyway. They were able to beat Barcelona at home 2-0. He got one of the goals in that match. I think Granada definitely deserved to have an inform based off of that. In a centre midfield position, he was able to control it, able to help out with the defence and stuff like that, be able to get them a clean sheet against Barcelona, but also contributing with a goal as well. A very good performance from the Nigerian that does have a silver card, but I think will go up to around about 77 rated gold cards. Would actually be pretty decently well-rounded as well. It's just a shame like nation-wise he isn't the best, but like league-wise he'd be pretty decent. Relatively affordable as well. He'd have a pretty well-balanced card, so Roman Aziz is another inform that I think we can see. And moving back to the Bundesliga with RB Leipzig, it's going to be the inform Urban I think that we're going to see. He's had a few informs like back in FIFA 19 or whatever, and I think he's going to get another inform based off this performance. He got a goal and also keeping a clean sheet in a away win this weekend. Again, I can't remember who they were exactly playing against. My knowledge nowadays of like Bundesliga teams and stuff like that is really, really poor, but yeah, they were able to go away, get the 3 points, get a clean sheet as well. They've had a very good start to the season in the Bundesliga, and obviously him getting a goal and then helping by getting them a clean sheet away is a very, very impressive performance. So I think his defending, physical will be increased quite nicely. I think his pace as well could maybe even be higher than 56, but he does have an 81 rated base card, so he's either going to go to an 83 or 84 rated inform. I predicted an 83 inform, but there is other chance that he could go to an 84, but I think it's more realistically likely he'll go to an 83, and yeah, I think if his pace and passing were a little bit higher, he'd be a pretty usable card, and you can link him in with the goalkeeper as well and get yourself a perfect link who's like an 85 rated goalkeeper. But yeah, I think an informed Urban could be very likely indeed. And then going into the Serie A, it's going to be the informed Brozovic. It was the Milan derby on the Saturday, and Brozovic was able to get a goal in that away win against the AC Milan. Obviously, AC Milan of the two teams, Inter do seem to be the stronger of the team, but to still go away, although it's technically at their home ground, and still beat AC Milan still is a very, very good result. And BROZOVIĆ obviously getting one of those goals as well. He didn't inform a few FIFAs ago. I think it might be in FIFA 18. It was actually a really cheap but awesome card. I think this guy would be probably under 30,000 coins, but could be very, very useful as well. Obviously, nation-wise, league-wise, would be very, very effective. And I think there's every chance that we will see an inform based off the fact, it's a derby. It's still one of the most massive fixtures in, Italian and European world football. So I think off the back of that, we will see an inform given to someone like a BROZOVIČ. And then the next one is going to be back in the Bundesliga. I haven't really done this well organised. I should have kept it to all Premier League at once and then all Bundesliga and stuff like that, but I kind of mixed it about too much. It's going to be DeRussen, I believe that's how you say it, for Hertha Berlin. He got a goal and an assist in a home win. Again, he's got a silver card. We'll go up to a low-rated goal card, but I think this one could be a little bit more useful. He'd have really awesome pace. Dribbling wouldn't be too bad. Passing for his position would be okay as well, but he'd lack in physicality and shooting. Even after giving him some decent increases, he still wouldn't be that usable, but pace-wise would be okay, I guess. But I think, again, it's not like a slot one that this guy will get in fun, but the fact that they were able to get the win and he was able to play a part in both of the goals for Hertha Berlin means, I think he's within a decent shout, considering there wasn't a lot of great performances as well around Europe this weekend. So, DeRussen, I think, has definitely got a chance at potentially getting an inform. And then we go back to La Liga with Ruben Blanco, who was able to get a clean sheet against Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. To be able to go there and keep a clean sheet to stop players like João Felix, Diego Costa, Morata, Vitolo, Thomas Lemar, to stop all them from finding the back of the net, and he was able to keep a clean sheet for Celta Vigo that haven't been too strong this season either. It's still a fantastic performance by Ruben Blanco, and I don't even think he's their main goalkeeper. I might be wrong in saying that. I'm sure they got another goalkeeper that's supposed to be their main one. I'm sure he's the second choice goalkeeper, Ruben Blanco. I might be a little bit wrong in saying that. I try to kind of keep, I try to keep updated with La Liga and stuff like that. But a really good performance by him. So I think also he's very much in shout of potentially getting himself an informed card. And that's going to be into Saturday's games. Let's move on to the games from Sunday. Okay, guys, so into Sunday we go. And to be quite honest, from Saturday's performances, there weren't really too many informs to really choose from. I mean, there were the biggest informs this week, in my opinion, will come from Saturday's games. Having said that, there were still some very good performances on the Sunday, and there was, arguably more easy picks to choose from Sunday's games compared to Saturday's. But we are going to start off with the in-form Aaron Cresswell. I think we will potentially see him. They did get West Ham a 2-0 home win against Manchester United. Cresswell scoring one of those goals and also keeping a clean sheet. Yes, Man United didn't have their best team on the field. They didn't have Daniel James. They didn't have Paul Pogba. Martial wasn't available either. Rashford picked up a knock, but I don't know if he played the whole 90 minutes. I'm not too sure. I had to stop watching it to kind of do some of the videos and stuff, but good performance from Cresswell. I think he's a top quality fullback, and I think the fact that he did score as well, obviously is definitely going to help him. Obviously keeping a clean sheet. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get an inform off the back of this. I think he's probably the most likely to. We could arguably see Yarmolenko as well, but I think because we got the clean sheet and obviously Cresswell's a defender, I think it's more likely that he will get the inform. The next player is going to be Trent-Arnold. Now, I'm not too sure who to go for. Now, the thing is, Liverpool-Chelsea is a massive fixture, and typically EA, usually on a massive fixture like Liverpool-Chelsea, which have got a lot of history over the past decade or so, they like to, when they see big fixtures like the Milan derby and stuff, usually, even if the game's not very good, they'll usually pick out one player that was the best stand-up performer and usually give them an inform. They've done it plenty of times in the past from Liverpool-Man United games, from the Merseyside derby and stuff like that, and I think it's likely that they could do that from Liverpool-Chelsea as well. I think definitely if Liverpool were to keep the clean sheets in that game, if N'Golo Kante didn't score that amazing goal in the second half, I think Arnold would have definitely got the inform, but his goal from the free kick was absolutely insane. Yes, Firmino got a goal as well, which is pretty decent. Robertson got an assist. Salah got an assist, if you want to even really call it one. Technically, it was just a little slight pass, but I suppose it will count. But I think, Arnold's kind of likely. I mean, obviously, EA do want to try and push pack sales as well, and they'll probably look at this performance and think, well, that they were able to go away, get a win, which is very important. Their first win in the top six since they played Tottenham Hotspur last year and beat them 2-1 away. So they haven't had a very good record, Liverpool, recently against the top six away. So the fact that they were able to go and beat Chelsea with their good performances recently in some Premier League games, and Arnold getting a goal in that game, I think could swing him to potentially getting an 85 rated inform. He's got an 83 rated base card. He would go up to an 85 card for definite, because that's how the rating system works for these particular cards from like an 83 would go to an 85, an 84 would go to an 86, for example, and stuff like that. And I think his card would be insane, very expensive, probably over 100k to be honest, but what a card he would be. The next player is going to be NINGA. We are in the French league. The Romanian, I think that's the Romanian flag, I'm pretty certain it is. My knowledge of flags is pretty decent usually. He had a very good performance in their game. He actually got a hat-trick. He came on as a sub with about 20 or 30 minutes left when the score was like 1-0 or 1-0 or something, and he went on to get a hat-trick very late on in the game, which is absolutely insane. So I'd be very surprised if we didn't see an inform for this card. And you know what? I think it'd actually be pretty usable. Obviously, you know, nation-wise, not necessarily the best. Or is he from Chad? Is that the Chad flag? I'm getting mixed up. I think it's either Romanian or Chad, but I could be completely wrong. I don't know why. But yeah, he had a great performance though. I think his shooting and physical will also be boosted up pretty nicely as well. He's also got insane pace, so I've gone with a little slight increase on his pace as well. And I think he'd actually be a pretty usable card if you're trying to go for a French team. I think, like a French league team, I think he'd actually work pretty well on that. I think he does some decent stats for you to utilize in your games. The next player is going to be the French left winger from Borussia Mönchengladbach. I just love saying that name because I seem to say it so well. It's going to be THURAM. I'm hopefully pronouncing that one right. He got 2 goals in their home win. I think it was a 2-1 win for Borussia Mönchengladbach. He got both of the goals. Yeah, I think his pace would be good. Dribbling would be alright. Shooting, physical. It'd be a pretty well-rounded left winger card. For the most part, he currently does have a 75 rate card, so he'll either go to like a 79 or probably an 80 rated inform, something like that, I would have thought. I think he's definitely with a decent shout, you know, obviously playing in a wing position, not even a central striker position, and the fact that he was able to get 2 goals, helping his team to win that game, I think means that he's in definitely with a fairly pretty good shot at potentially getting an inform. And staying with the wingers, it's going to be the inform BERARDI. Now, there is another option from Salusa that you could go for. I'm trying to remember who it was now. I genuinely can't remember, unfortunately, but there was someone else that had, I think it was Caputo actually, who had a pretty decent performance, but I did go with BERARDI. He did get 2 assists in that game. I think Caputo got a goal and an assist, so we will see one of them. I've just decided to go with BERARDI, I think, because he, you know, the 2 assists, I just thought, hey, I'll just go with him, why not? I think he'd be maybe the one that sells more packs and stuff, although he'd only be like an 81 rated inform, but yeah, 2 assists in a home win, keeping a clean sheet as well. Still pretty decent for his position. I think he'd be a pretty well-rounded card, you know, decent pace, decent shooting, okay dribbling as well for his position. I remember when he used to have like a pretty decent, like even a team season card, I think, as well, back in like FIFA 16 or FIFA 17 or something like that. So he's definitely been Saluso's main stand-up player for quite a few seasons now, and I think based on their performance on Sunday, I think we could see an inform for BERARDI. Then going with Insigne. Now, I was going to go with Fernando Llorente. Obviously, he came on, scored against Liverpool in the Champions League, scored 2 goals on the weekend. Insigne got a goal and an assist in the 4-1 away win. Now, I was going to go with Fernando Llorente, as I said before, but he's actually not in the game, which is crazy. I don't know why, for some reason, but maybe EA might put him into a game like a later patch or something like that, who knows. But yeah, Insigne, I think, would still be a pretty decent inform. As I said, there's not been too many big performances this weekend, so I just thought I'd just throw an Insigne there. Although he only got 1 goal and 1 assist, I still think it's a pretty decent return in an away performance. He does actually have a centre forward card in FIFA 20, but I've gone with him playing as a left winger because he played that position in that particular match. Yeah, so a decent return. You go from an 87 to an 88 rated inform. Pace and dribbling would be insane for this card, but stuff like physicality, which I've already bumped up with this card, would be definitely a bit of an issue. But obviously, you know, as I said before, his pace and dribbling would be absolutely awesome. The next player is going to be William Jose of Real Sociedad, another team that have had a pretty good start to La Liga this season. He got 2 goals in an away win. I believe it was a 3-1 away win for Real Sociedad. Decent performance from him. He does have an 82 rated base card in FIFA 20, so gone from going up to an 84. I think his shooting would be pretty awesome. He's always been well known to have good shooting. William Jose, he's always been a very good finisher. You know, his physical as well would be pretty decent. He'd be like a cheap Luis Suarez, I think, in terms of, like, you know, he's got similar pace to Suarez if he was to get this inform, similar passing stats. Obviously not as good at dribbling or physical and stuff like that, but would still be like a cheaper version of him, if you want to call it that. So I think there's a fairly good shout, you know, for an away performance and also getting 2 of the 3 goals. I think it's a fairly decent shout that he could get an inform off the back of the net. The next player is going to be Jermaine Defoe. You can kind of guess now. I'm starting to clutch at what's this? I can't even remember the saying. Like loose ends, loose straws, short straws. I can't, man. Honestly, I feel like a right idiot right now. But yeah, Defoe. Got 2 goals in a 4-0 away win for Rangers. Good performance for them against Livingston, was it? Morales scored as well, but I think the fact that Defoe came on and got the 2 goals as well to secure a very impressive win for Rangers, I think we could see an inform for him. He'd be a bit of a throwback card. I think it's likely that we will get a flashback Defoe card this FIFA. I hope we do so, because obviously he was insane when he used to play for Tottenham Hotspur and for Sunderland as well a few years ago. Certainly for Tottenham, he was an amazing player for quite a few seasons. But yeah, I think stuff like his shooting and dribbling would be pretty awesome, but stuff like physical, passing, pace, like he's old now, he's like 36 or 37, but to be fair, you know, he's doing bits in Scotland, which is, you know, fair play to him for his age. Still being able to do that, I think, still pretty impressive, and I think an inform could be coming his way. Getting into the penultimate player, guys, it is going to be VLAŠIČ of CSK Moscow. He got 2 goals in a 3-0 or 3-1 home win. Decent performance from CSK Moscow. What can I say about this card? Yeah, I think he'll just get an inform. He's got a 77 rated base card as well. He did play like a match as a cam as well. Pace and dribbling would be alright. Shooting, passing would be a bit average, I guess. Wouldn't be that exciting. You could probably link him with BROZOVIČ nation-wise as well. I think he's got a fairly decent show. He was probably one of the best performances in the Russian League on the weekend. You could maybe see Shatov getting an inform from Zenit St. Petersburg, because I believe he also got a goal and an assist in their 5-0 win. So I think it's in between the 2 of them who we could see an inform from. I'd be surprised if both of them would be to be included, but in the end, yeah, just went for VLAŠIČ just because why the hell not? I'm feeling like he's just gonna get the inform. I want a decent score. I got 10 out of 23 last week. I want to try and get 12 this week, so I think VLAŠIČ is just going to get a card because of maybe EA just prefer him, I don't know. And then we're going to finish off the week with Inform Colley. I think he will get the inform. He does currently have a 77 rated base card. Sampdoria have lost the opening 3 games in Serie A so far this season. This was their first win of the season. It was a 1-0 home win against Torino, who are sitting in a... or were sitting in a Europa League spot going into this game. I do believe they're like 10th now or something off the back of this defeat. So the first one of the season, keeping a clean sheet. Although Colley didn't play a part in any of the goal, in the goal that was scored for Sampdoria, I think it was Gabbiadini that did score the goal. I think because they were able to keep a clean sheet when they've had a poor start to the season, I think it just warrants him getting an inform. He's a bit of a leader for them. He's done well over the past few seasons as well for Sampdoria. I think he's also had a few informs in the previous FIFAs as well for them. So I think it's a potential inform that we could see. So that is the 23-man squad for my Team of the Week 2 predictions. This video will go up pretty late on the Sunday, guys, so I do apologise for that, but I've been busy doing like other stuff and you know, and I was watching the F1 today, watching the football and stuff, so a bit of a crazy day, but I will be back with the player reviews tomorrow for you guys. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.